A big victory.
We'll see if Flippin steps up. He was going off the last time we covered Existence versus Public Lair, I think it was. He was dropping 30 bombs.
Yeah,
The old man of the team.
Yeah, that's
Esports
right.
old. I'm sure he's only like 26 or something at max, but he's been around in the scene for a long time and still in it, clearly, in CSGO. But here we go into that pistol round, and we will have, it looks like just a standard hold. 2-1-2 here for Na'Vi as Existence start things off towards the middle in the B apartments.
Yeah, not going to make any big reads here. Actually, yeah, they are pushing A ramp right now. The two players are going to get that information. And again, look
Guardian's
at this
way up mid, and he's
Oh,
actually brought
wow.
down by Flippin.
They have pushed A ramp, and we had a player come back to spot it. That was Kyrie, but he's going back, and Zeus can walk this lurk, and he's going to get spotted right now. We'll have to take a fight. He's going to do some damage and try to fall, and him staying alive is really, really important. But oh, another player goes down in window. That's Flamey. So the options have started to open up, even though the information game, I think, went the way of Navi. And Edward spots one top mid. Knows there's one under window, but do they have enough players to deal with this?
Yeah, I would say they got the information, but now do they have the power to do anything with it? And it looks like no is the answer. Musa and Bonnie getting one from underpass early on, gets Zeus as he pushes through that connector smoke, and it'll be seized to be able to bring down Mason, but that is all Flippin going to start things off. He knows we're talking about him. He finds a 2K, Musa and Bonnie as well, and that'll be pistol round almost flawless there for Existence.
Yeah, maybe Guardian didn't need to push up top mid after they had pushed a ramp and got that information. I mean, because of the chance that it could have been a late mid, knowing that it was basically 50-50, either their BFs or their top mid waiting, and they had gotten enough information. So maybe bit off a little bit more than they could chew there in that round, but definitely had all the information they needed. It's just that everyone started to get picked off.
Man, Guardian, he doesn't know, but he was so close to getting a 1D through that smoke. I think he did do that 30 damage to Mason.
Yeah.
And Deagle, I mean, it does seem like it's getting a lot more popular on these armor buy-ups, especially on a map like Mirage where the range is so long and you do have, yes, a bit RNG if you want to get it, but chance for those one-tap headshots at any range.
Yeah, I've seen Guardian buy a Deagle in a pistol round, which still perplexes me, but
That confidence.
yeah, it must be. It does do quite a bit of damage. Just find it hard to spam, and well, that can make the position a little weird. Now, second run is actually up in the CPL, very advantageous position as he can spot window from here and take control of Cat. And that's pushed 3 players in the back of the site. Sees jumps up and takes the head off of Flippin', no problem.
Yes, he does. That was a nice... Well, he jumped and saw him, and then that player still just stayed crouched in the open. So Flippin kind of sitting there. He wanted to challenge that, I think, with maybe trying to get a one-tap of his own, but the scout will win out, and Flamey, as he tries to spam that Deagle to the player in Sandwich, even trying to get him through the box, is going to be flanked there by Ron. Moose and Bonnie gets Edward, and it'll be seized.
Wow,
Guardian up here on the catwalk, trying to do some long-range damage with the scouts and the Deegs, but
And he really has hit
they're so
everyone.
low, man. Yeah.
I mean, they could easily win this, but one thing Existence have on their side is they can find after-plan spots that Navi won't know about. Also, Navi are on the wrong site to go for this retake, so it's really unfortunate for Seized, who basically has done an ace worth of damage, hitting all 5 players, I believe. Oh, missing one right there. And the second crossing back, and they escape with their lives just barely. Surprised to see second run exit CT by himself when he could have just exited A ramp and not risk dying. He doesn't want to drop this below. Actually, Guardian has found an AK though. Oh, and it's a new AK. Oh my god.
Oh, let's check it out. Oh, he's still
Split
showing
out.
us his knife. LMF is the name of his knife. Do you think that stands for Last Man Fighting?
I think
As
we
opposed
talked
to
about
Last
this.
Man Standing.
Didn't we talk about this?
I don't know. Probably.
Loser make fist.
All right, so Guardian with that AK, and we'll see where is he taking it. He's actually moving out towards the connector of middle, and Edward dropped into underpass. Mason will be down there to greet him almost instantaneously. So right there, Existence going to start the round 5-on-4 and looking for a strong start here. Likely to get that 3-0 on the T side, and that'll be great for Existence. But real test is going to come next round, in round 4, when Navi are going to have a full buy.
Yeah, the Guardian does have half armor for this AK, and Seized has been hitting people quite a bit with this Scout, so the Existence do have to make sure that they don't get hit too many times, and their second round already taken just over 70 damage on that one hit, so if they spend too much time running around, they're also just going to be targets for the Scout, and that's going to make the rounds harder. Oh, Flamey's looking for a 1 deke. That could be a huge...
Oh, he gets it!
Oh my god, that could be a huge factor in this round.
I mean,
They don't have to worry about their middle lurk.
able to bring down Musambani like that. He comes out peeking, no armor. The double nade, though, from Mason coming over the stairs as they pushed out a ramp. Guardian with his AK, and like you mentioned, he does have that Kevlar. Aim punch won't be a big deal unless he gets popped in the face, and he's going to spam down, try to stop that plant. Does just that, grabs Mason, and that was the Mason who had those 2 kills with the nade. Not able to get the bomb down, though, as he looked for the bigger explosion, and Guardian will push through CT. As Kyrie was fighting with Seized, and that'll be Na'Vi. I mean, the Scout, the upgraded pistols, and the armor and the AK, so able to save those guns, and that does pay off in a big way there in round 3.
I think that's why we see people like not smoke off so many times now. Look how much damage Guardian did from that CT smoke. The smoke was down the entire time, and he got 2 kills, and he stayed alive because the smoke was there. He was able to jump up on the box, spray someone down over the top of the smoke, use it as one way, then get off and wait for someone to plant for CT, and then spam him through the smoke and stay alive, standing out in the open essentially, just behind a smoke. Right, smokes aren't walls. And not take any damage. And that window smoke is going to fill. And they're going to try to put pressure on Connector, but Kyrie can't find the shots on Flamey. Flamey's going to take him down. Yeah.
And he'll shoot a few USP bullets at them while retreating.
I thought that that nade was going to be enough into the site.
For the last round?
Yeah, the double nade.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Flamey got that 1D. This double nade answers back
Makes up
nicely.
for that. So 5 on 2 right now. Flipping with the P250, Ron with the Deagle as their economy was busted up, so it was a big save round here for Existence. They'd like to maybe still get the bomb done, but that's going to be hard. Map control, I mean, entirely in favor of Na'Vi. That'll be Ron to fall, and your last player there, it'll be Seized that scouts him in those B halls.
Yeah, I wonder if Existence would have had a little bit of a better time, not on the pistol, but on the second and third round. They're moving a little bit more quickly. Na'Vi know kind of really well how to place players so that they're doing a lot of damage without taking any. And I mean, C's has been a huge part of that. He's done almost like 500 damage with his scout shots, and that has resulted in a round to their name. So now Na'Vi are up 2, have 2 ops to kick it off. C's and Guardian both picking one up. C is going to be over at the B site, and this is going to allow Zeus to throw a smoke and just fall off if he needs to. And be confident that a pick will be made, as this angle is really nice for offers.
Yeah, and it just seems like Na'Vi. I mean, you put scoped weapons in their hands, and this team is so dangerous. Not only do they have Guardian, but also Seized and Edward are insane with those scoped weapons as well.
Oh.
Flamey, the intense rifler, and though Flippin' not backing down. Finds that entry pick over there at B, and that's Seized. Edward is here on the catwalk to help out. Does actually stop the bomb, but immediately he is flanked there. He also dinked Mason, I believe, down to 4 HP right now, and Mason's still going to find another kill. Guardian missing that op shot as well. And now Molotov's off the window. The market's hallway is smoked. So Ron gets that bomb, and we'll get it planted. 3-on-1 here for Guardian. We have seen him win rounds like these. We'll start off by shutting down the flank. That's Musambani. And now Guardian going to move in. Throwing flashes in quick succession there. But still, the post-plant positions are what's going to be difficult. And he'll see one. Mason with 4 HP, but peeking out. And actually, Ron is the one who will get the kill anyways. But Guardian, a good attempt there in the 1v3. Let's see, CT Economy. They can actually still buy if they want to. I mean, 8.7. Seized will just go for an op himself. Maybe we'll leave one person on a Famoster 5.7.
Yeah, so C's actually pushed aggressive into the apps there and was holding the angle a little. I really didn't think there were going to be 2 players in kitchen, and they double peeked him perfectly, and that's how they opened up the site. And then Guardian almost, I mean, it was Edward, excuse me, who got a nice spray into apps, almost ended up being a halt to that rush, but ultimately couldn't kill 2, and the entries across the board after that, including the afterplant hold, was really nice from Existence. I think Guardian almost won that 1v3. If he had hit that bench shot in the player crossing bench and he cleared that close right angle, he really killed the hardest person that 1v3, and that was the one on the lurk.
Yeah. And then even just when he was clearing that right angle, if he hit that shot, he probably knew that Mason was low. He could have just put out the pistol, started running around clearing things a little more reckless, but didn't quite get it in. And now that'll mean that Seized is going to be pushed down to a FAMAS user. Still a decent amount of nades to defend with for Na'Vi. And that bomb, it started off towards middle, but now rotating back through T spawn and trying to come out towards A, where we do have Flippin already lurking about in the palace. But, oh, that's in connector. Guardian will bring down Musambani.
And that's how why Na'Vi have decided to forfeit middle pretty much, to allow people to lurk up so that Guardian can take care of them. Having 3 people on the site, one to watch apps, one to watch ramp, means that he can sit there and then out in the open and watch connector. But there's a pick for Flippin, who's traded instantly from Edward. Or from Flamey, excuse me, and whoa, Sephiron comes up the A-ramp, take Guardian's head off, escalating Kyrie now in 1v2, very low HP, 21 health.
Yeah, Kyrie hits that shot, but Flamey did damage, and that's going to be pretty hard for him to get that. Edward will get him down on the cross into the site, 2 kills on that round for Edward, and Na'Vi will now have tidied up here. Existence, though, coming out of the gate, looking still pretty strong, didn't quite get the first 3 rounds, or the next 2 after getting the pistol. Kind of got anti-eco'd there a little bit. But still were able to fight back. 2 one-off rounds now for each team.
I think they just took it a little bit too slow on the anti-ecos, and when they were on ecos themselves at existence, and took too much damage across the map before they were put in a position where they could execute. Whereas Na'Vi weren't stacking anything, right? They were just playing extremely spread out. And if that had been known by existence, I'm sure they would have played it a little bit faster. But oh, there's a punishment for Guardian in the window, and a little bit of damage to connector as well.
Zeus, yeah, I was gonna say Zeus has to be careful as he was moving up. Flippin was still in underpass, but Edward will take him out with the USP. So Na'Vi cleaning up that anti-eco. Though 2 deaths, those Kyrie took 9 shots. Those 2 dinks right in a row, long range onto that window player. And then the aim punch stopped him from getting his second frag. I think it was Guardian that he was hitting and who also fell that round. Maybe Flamey. Either way.
Yeah, it's his aim punch. The bad registration. The cat on the keyboard. Every excuse in the book Kyrie has. I'm just kidding. Those are your excuses for him. And
it's
now
just
they're
the lack of armor, really.
Oh my goodness, what a great flash. Just blinded everybody in the site. 2 players go down right away. 1 in CT. That's going to be Edward. He's got a big job on his hands. I don't know if he's going to have anything to say about this. They're going to flash into CT as well and get another player full blind. You.
I don't know. Maybe he was trying for team chat. Hit the old YU. I don't know.
That's how you threaten people in Counter-Strike.
I'll chat 1 letter, keep him guessing. Alright, well, they didn't even really try for the... I guess they did still try, Na'Vi did, for that 3-on-5 retake, but again, they got flashed, they got pushed, and now actually, after time, not that it matters for the CTs, but still, Ron is going to go ahead and find that kill. So everyone on Na'Vi dies right there. Existence are able to tie it back up, and this might be a tight spot for Na'Vi. Guns are on the ground, but I don't think everyone is going to have one. I see a Hyper Beast down, and that's it. 257s, FAMAS, M4, and that op on Guardian. But it's always the op on Guardian you got to worry about. Like, that could just make the difference. And they're seeing waterfalling out of window, and they're going to know, I think, that Zeus made it to underpass.
Yeah. That was pretty amazing, though. They're able to flash both players in sight and kill CT flash. I mean, that was just a really good play. Oh, they earned that round. Oh, Musambani throwing a Molotov into underpass. Oh, that could have been used. That smoke is not good either, and Zeus is going to get away with a gun for it. That's exactly what we wanted to stop. And now Kyrie's going to be fighting Zeus and will go down. And that 30 HP Zeus is going to go down to that nade. So finally, one of Musambani's nades do good.
Flamey might be able to, even with the FAMAS. Oh, wow, the spray control.
Jeez.
For the FAMAS long range. Impressive stuff there from Flamey. Flipping going to get one onto Edward, and that's going to open up the B site in this 2-on-2. Big HP advantage, though, to Na'Vi. Although still retaking with an op, so HP not always going to matter there. Flamey, though, coming in first. That flash going to just miss him. Guardian hits that shot, and Flamey's going to hit his as well. So they each win their battle, and that'll be an easy defuse here for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that was pretty standard retake, obviously. Existence were counting on hitting their shots as they exited the choke points, which makes a lot of sense, where you come out of the apps and you come out of the kitchen. Those are the best chances you're going to have to kill someone who's coming at you if you're very low HP, because you're going to catch someone holding W or jumping out a window, and having to clear so many angles. So they wanted to take those fights. They weren't able to win them, and that was how they lost that round. Now Existence are going to be on a bye here after they got that plant, got all the guns they want. Guardian's going to have his op as well, and are going to go right out middle versus Zeus, who's actually playing it passively. Oh, what a great spray!
That is I guess the benefit, right, of playing the window with the rifle when you throw that catwalk smoke, of which, whoa, Zeus's spray, did he not see him? I guess he didn't quite see him in that smoke because that was so off. Might have been slightly one way there for Ron. But like I was trying to say, you throw that end of catwalk smoke as a terrorist, and you kind of expect people to just run right through it. So if you're just spraying it with either an AK or more likely some version of an M4, it can be hard to get out of. I mean, ideally, you'd just have a SCAR 20, right? Like, people aren't getting past that. We see people hit op shots through it all the time as well, shooting just as it blooms.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just wait until you hear the op shot before you cross.
Yeah.
Existence are very spread out right now. Second Run has a very, very advantageous position again in the CPL. Control cat and window from here, and might find a lurk frag as C's is actually clearing it though, and Ron, focused on window, does not notice him. So that might be the linchpin of the round for Existence, and we'll have to reconvene. It looks like at B versus a full HP seized.
Yeah, they throw a smoke to fake, and now we're trying to go in these B tunnels here. Seized is the one man there, holding it off.
Oh, not a lot of time
And
to
he's
plan.
staying silent like a ninja. Not a lot of time. He's going to have to hold that trigger, and he will go down. And that'll be the round to Na'Vi. And it'll give me some time to ask you, what do you think of the new missile crates?
What, in B site?
Everywhere.
Wait, everywhere?
Yeah, the missile crates were updated to like this beige texture on every map.
Oh, really? Is that what happened? I thought those were my video settings. I changed my Radeon settings, and I changed like a MIP map option, and I thought that was changing the texture color.
Nope.
So to me, it just looks like a bug. If that's what you wanted to know, but I kind of like
turned up to get learned up.
I didn't realize that, but I kind of like them.
Yeah, I like them way better actually. Just brighter textures is nice against, you know, dark blue CTs hiding.
Oh, flaming underbell, completely blind. It's covered by Edward though.
Edward out of bullets. He did find 3 kills with it though. Pulls out the sidearm, is gunned down, or excuse me, he did just find the 2. Zeus helping him out with a 2 of his own, and now Zeus will get the 3rd there. No, wait, yeah, okay, I thought I was stolen by that op shot for a second. He finds 3, Edward gets 2, A site locked down. Existence, I mean, didn't really have much fuel to the fire there on their A take, but now they will have this full round coming up here into round 12. 4 rounds for Existence on the T side. They probably want 5 or 6, but I mean, it is Na'Vi they are playing against, so maybe they could be happy with their 4, because they did get ecoed, and a lot of these have been, 2 of them have been rifle rounds of the 4, so.
Yeah. I think they'll still want to have a few more, so they don't have to worry about a pistol round. And they got to deal with Na'Vi on the T side too, which isn't going to be a cakewalk by any means. Musa and Bonnie's going to come out to trade, and after Edward finds that pick, he does.
Oh,
Guardian finds 2, and that's
double peeking window. 1 from each side. Oh, and this is a very smoky situation here. Pushing through the molly into the smoke while flashed, and it does go 1 for 1, and that'll leave just Flippin' alive. Trying to cross on the bench. Guardian says no. You will not sit down. You will lay down.
If you want to go to the bench, you're going to stay there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Na'Vi are somewhat at a comfortable lead at this point. 8 rounds up to the 4 of Existence. Existence going to be buying here. Kind of a snap buy as everyone's pretty low. Kyrie has a UMP. That's almost surprising that they would spend money on this round.
Yeah, I mean, they've had the max bonus. Actually, no, they don't even have it yet. They've only lost 4. They'll get it on this one. But even then, buying down to basically 0 and $50, in everyone's
Oh.
case except for Mason, it's going to be a tight round or a save coming up in round 14, saving for the last round of the half more than likely. If they don't win this one, and it looks like that's going to be tough. Zeus has already taken down Moose and Bonnie. Guardian gets Mason. Flamey with some nice nades. Guardian still hitting those op shots. Zeus striking from under the porch, and well, the ump didn't get to do anything. Will the Galil in this 1v5 here for Flippin? He patiently waits his death.
And they went into that round with the kind of thought that they could pull it off like they did the other round, where they just hit A really quickly through a smoke with a nice flash that blinded 2 people in the site. Navi weren't in any positions to get blind though. I mean, they threw a great flash that one round, but the way Navi were set up, they weren't expecting a full A hit through a smoke, and it was kind of like a fool me once type of situation where Navi were just playing passively under Balk in the back of sight and just disallowed existence from getting it anywhere up the ramp. So I don't know if it was that great of a call to try and do that with the amount of money they had. I mean, they're not that far down that they couldn't afford to save it. You know what I mean? We were just talking about how 4 rounds is not bad.
Well, they'll be able to still have a good shot at fighting for their 5th round to make it a 10-5 half. They did a small upgraded buy. Some people with a bit more money with armor. They will have a full buy coming into the last round of the half. Right after this, Flippin once more the last one up. This time, though, is in a position where he can do some damage, but with Navi's money the way it is, any kill he's going to get right now is still more or less pointless going into the last round.
Yeah, and he's going to wait for this player to come out through connector into window, but he has no incentive to do so as he feels confident just watching the A site from here. And that's Guardian posted up with his op. Oh, and fires a bullet at his dead teammate. Guardian's going to have his back turn, though. Hello. He thought Flamey could be able to
That's trust
cover him.
right there. Guardian hears him behind him, but he's like, my team said they had my back. Let's see if they do.
Versus this one player left alone.
Looks like they didn't. I mean, of course, Flippin is going to try to go for it right there, but in a situation like that, where you got a P250 against 3 people, you're not winning unless Navi makes some colossal mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that made it weird, right, was that Flippin had the bomb down in spawn. So he could be... He would make a different decision. Instead of running right for the bomb plant spot, he was like forced to lurk to find a kill because there's no way he's getting the bomb and then just coming back up A ramp. So in that way, almost makes the round easier on him.
5 ops, Navi. They know how to stay classy. They got confused. They saw brown textures and they thought this was Dust 2.
It's working.
It is working. Are they going for the team ace as well? Edward is going to get his
ace.
kill. Oh, and they got to just... Come on. Everyone back to spawn. You just have to leave Flamey
so
out.
close
Flamey,
to him.
he's going to get
Team
it!
ace!
The team ace 5 ops from Navi. Their signature Mirage strat for any of those that, you know, maybe you're not a Navi expert.
Just to make
That's
sure
what they're
that
known for.
Just to make sure existence know that each of them bought an op. That there
Oh
were
my gosh.
5 offs in that round. Unreal. I mean, that's a strat, right? Everyone get an op and get a kill.
Yeah, as troll or maybe BM as that was, that does go to show, like, everyone on this team is a pretty solid opper. Especially at least 3 really good ones in Guardian, Seized, and Edward.
That's true.
And they do run, I mean, a lot of scout investments on their force-ups on either side of the map. Double op setups on a lot of the maps. I mean, Mirage in particular is one where you can do double op setup quite nicely. So it works out for them. Keeps them a bit different, I guess. Not every team can do it.
I was just excited for that team ace as I would be for like a 1v4 or something.
Yeah, that team ace was more hype than I've been in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Publicler, my homies from Sweden, getting that upset yesterday on NIP.
It's pretty huge.
Sorry, missed chat. Have fun. Says Flamey. How polite.
What a
Navi,
nice guy.
known for being polite and not buying 5 ops and team acing you because they can.
If there was a map to do it on, it'd probably be Mirage, though.
Yeah. That or Dust 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Harder to ensure the team ace, though, with people just crossing mid and you're just shooting your 5 ops or SCAR 20s or whatever. GSG 1s, whatever the silly T-Auto Sniper is. As looks like Flamey, does Flamey have, no, Flamey went for armor. Only Zeus and Guardian have smokes. Guardian is lining up one of his at A, and now you've got those players coming out of underpass with Force getting kills, smokes coming onto A, and they're pinching it from all sides. And you still actually have Edward. Oh, Edward, I guess, was one of those middle underpass players. He got lit up, so he fell back a bit. Flipping, though, just the last guy here. And I mean, this pistol round strat that Navi just pulled off seems to be like the de facto T pistol from these top European teams on Mirage.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's similar to almost another Team Ace there. I guess it was similar to the kind of T pistol that you see on Overpass all the time. It's kind of work this site into this site. If it doesn't work out, go to the other one. And it's it does come down to shooting a lot of the times, and having armor on the T side can be very valuable. But actually not as valuable as it is having armor on the CT side. But that being said, nades not that useful on a pistol unless you want to do something full. I think working picks can be a very good strategy though. And Guardian with the rocket pop glue, that's a really nice one too. And this is a pretty good case, won't lie.
Wait, I gotta check it out here. The Galil, you say? Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. It's pretty America right there.
Is
it not a reference to the like the popsicles, the red, white, and blue popsicles?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's like freaking hashtag America.
Oh, okay, but I was just thinking of another flag.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure red, white, and blue are probably the most used colors in flags. Red especially. Edward going to take down Moose and Bonnie, so the trade is made, and looking for those long-range AK-1 taps. Not quite finding them, but does have 2 kills right now. Oh, Mason! A quick peek out there to take down Zeus. Flamey, though, with the P90 gets Kyrie, and we'll just go through that little vent or hole in the wall, spraying, and he finds Mason as well.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And there is a pistol round and a successful anti-eco round from Navi. They spotted 3 players in A. They had a B split going on. It worked out in their favor, and I wonder how Existence are going to respond now that they have just seen that Navi had split B on that second to last round, or that last round. And I think Navi here want to just kind of go up the A ramp, just walk up. I mean, why not?
Yeah, we saw all those decoys and a couple smokes going out towards middle, so they're in effect faking that mid control, just leaving Edward there, who does find a frag, and all the while they put 2 up A ramp and 1 out of Palace, and they will storm into the A site. So still, trying to keep Existence off guard, even though they are just on pistols. And that'll mean a very clean round for Navi, only taking, 36 damage on 1 guy. That's it.
Yeah. They had Flamey just come up the A-ramp, clear a couple things up close, and then just run all the way beeline straight to Kitchen as his teammates came out Palace in A-ramp. And that was very clean anti-eco. I think walking up was the perfect strategy. Don't alarm rotators, and just try to frag out and hope you're picking the site that isn't being stacked. And if you are, you kind of sniff it out with the person walking up at first.
And Navi, once again, they're going to go for a quick underpass control. 2 guys on the top of mid, so that'll be mid under the control of the terrorist right now. Moose and Bonnie, the only one really there on Catwalk as Kyrie smoked out of the windows. And Ron's actually going to go down at A, and that's actually just the lurk. Flamey getting an opening pick like that. And that's going to be dangerous. See if he can get another. Oh, that pop flash was nice from Mason. But it will run out, and Flamey will hit the shot. So he finds 2 over there at A, and Kyrie, can he make up for it? He does. Brings it right back to a 3-on-3, locking down that connector position. Bomb has gone back through Palace, but if Edward and C's get some more picks over here... actually, Edward finds that in the window. Probably will slip back over to A if he can. C's now, I guess, has turned into the lurk here for Navi.
Yeah, pretty much. C's going to be looking around, and Edward going to be pushed up the apps, but the bomb is coming out of A, and because they haven't made too much noise, Flippin doesn't actually realize that it should seem like it's B. And Moose and Bonnie has actually pushed through the apps himself, so surprisingly enough, Existence to have a pretty good opportunity here if they are to be able to stop the bomber. So I think
it's going to get really tough now, though. You're about to be pushing A from Palace, Jungle, and CT spawn. If you're Navi and the CT spawn strikes first, C's gets it. 10 seconds on the clock, and Guardian will plant safely. Moose and Bonnie is wishing he could just hop into that van and drive away with his M4.
Yeah, looking back, that was well played by Existence, but extremely well played by Navi, who basically flanked the flanker and got the better of the CT player and just kind of enclosed on the site perfectly in that 3v2. That was pretty awesome.
Oh, also, while we got a moment, the new knife sounds.
Oh yeah.
Did you think you changed your sound settings, or did you realize that they had changed it?
I just noticed they. Yeah, I just noticed they changed it. The missile crates, like anyways. I noticed they changed it. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's a new sound. I think the old one sounded more realistic.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
And this one sounds more like Minecraft.
Slicing in the air sounds more real, I think, currently. But when you hit something, it sounds weird to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I don't have a knife. I'm going to have to go buy a real Huntsman and smash my wall with it and record it.
But I don't really care about realistic, was my other point. Like, this game isn't about being realistic.
Well, that's something that doesn't really impact the game, right? It's just a sound. I'd like the sounds to be realistic.
But they actually made it so that you can hear swiping now that even if you're not hitting.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Well, you could in previous versions of CS, right?
No, when you weren't hitting something with your knife?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I can't remember, to be honest. I just know in 1.6, even when you pulled your knife out, it was heard. So it was really hard to knife people back then.
Oh, it was like that. That's why I thought it was like that in Go when I first started playing. Okay.
Exactly. I would never pull my knife out to knife someone. People are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I thought they could hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, but here we are in a 3v3 now. Navi looking for their last round of the game. I mean, Existence, from a situation where they didn't have a lot of money, looked like they were just going to flat out lose, but Musambani, with 18 HP, already has 3 kills on the round, flipping in CT, trying to jump over the missile crates.
Yeah. That would have been insane.
That would have made CNN.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Ooh, Musambani looking for the ace now. Oh, and it's Flamey in a 1v2, but Musambani goes down, and he tried to get a better spot there. Flamey capitalized on that. Puts the bomb down, puts himself in a 1v1, knows where Flippin is, but does he know that he will try to jump with that deagle?
Oh, he's got the angle cut off, but it's still a hard shot on a running target with the pistol. That extra mobility coming through, but in the end, it'll be Flippin that falls to Flamey. And Navi will take Mirage 16-4. So really not an unexpected result, but after yesterday, I was absolutely not willing to count Existence out of that first map of Mirage. I will, however, most likely have to count them out of Train. I know that Navi has already been playing it decently. They had to play it at the Gfinity LAN against VP, and I think the score line there was 16-10 to VP, but Navi did look pretty strong, had prepared strats on the T side. I can only assume that in a couple weeks since then, they've worked on it even more. So I'm expecting Navi to come out to Train swinging even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, and Existence, I don't think, want to play this map at all, so I just don't know. This is one time Avito has gone in such a way that I just feel like one team that definitely does not want to be there. It's not like Train is a map anymore that some people aren't very good at. No, Navi would definitely probably take pride in their Train skills, and even though they'll have to start T side, I guess that'll be the most selling part. Is will Existence be able to at least test the T side of Navi? Like CT setups aren't ironed out. People, if you face a team that hasn't played it, they're going to play it maybe a little differently than you're used to, because they don't really know the best ways to play it. And that might catch you off guard. I mean, they might be able to come away with a decent CT side if they're able to just outshoot Navi, but with that being said, I think it'll still be hard, but also telling. It's good that Navi do start on the T side, though. I think that makes the map more interesting.
Yeah. That being said, I think Train, back when you're playing CT in either 1.6 or Source, like you could play pretty far back. You had those 3 alleyways, tons of avenues to hit your op shots, but playing far back on CT now, the angles are, mainly because of the bomb train, are just so strange as a CT, and it can be hard to just sit back. Sometimes you do have to get more aggressive, smoke off ladder, smoke off middle, and push up to the front of it, leaving one guy at Ivy. And I wonder if Existence aren't able to maybe realize that or adapt to it, it could allow Navi to get even more rounds on their T side. But we'll see what happens when we get to it. We'll take a short break before heading into map 2 in this 2-game series. So when we return, we'll be back, and you're watching MLG.tv/PlayCevo, Navi versus x6tence, Game 2 coming up.